Thank you. It's about time, audience, for joining me today. This is your host, L. I'm here in little 5 points, 4 corners of the earth. We're going to talk to some beautiful people. You just heard a little bit from the witch doctor. We got a show that's going to just rock you today. Went to fruits, veggies, and herb. Talk tomorrow about some bush doctor. We're bringing it all together on a different flavor, of different mood. And today we're going to be no exception here in little 5 points. We're going to talk to a sister that's doing her own creative thing with her own juices. Her name you'll hear in a minute. But it's time for you to step up, step out, step into your own world. That's what it's all about. And I'm so happy to bring it to you. We'll be right back with you. Time audience over at L. I'm your host. I'm at a wonderful spot today in little 5 points. They call it 4 corners of the earth. You're going to see what I'm talking about in a few minutes. We've been talking about switching. We've been talking about the shift in energies and motions and mobility in the earth all day today with different folks, different flavors. You heard from the witch doctor. You heard from the brother from Gambia, Moro, the bush doctor. Now you're going to hear from a sister that's from Sierra Leone. She does her own jewelry. What we was talking about is self-help, self-worth, self-being, your ability to create. So we got to look within to create for ourselves, for a survival mechanism. So we're going to give you some examples of individuals that's doing that. And the second one, we already heard from 2 others today. Will be a sister. When I come back, I'll be joined with her. I'm at her booth, and I want to thank you for staying tuned. So we'll be right back with you. Peace. Thank you for coming back with me. I'm joined today with Sister Anuket. That's what she told me to call her, y'all. But I'm going to let her pronounce the name fully. Will you do that for the audience?
Certainly. My name is Anuket.
And the rest of that name was?
Anuket Sent Amun Asaru.
Now, the one I like is Asaru. I love that name because it has a deep meaning. I had a little history about Asaru, but she wants me to call her Anuket.
Anuket is what everybody calls me.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Anuket, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, first of all, thank you for coming to 5 Corners Market.
Yes.
I do appreciate that. Welcome to my world.
Yes.
This is where I spend a lot of my time these days, making hats, jewelry, and other things that I provide.
Great, fantastic. We're happy to have individual entrepreneurs in the world and to showcase and educate the public as to their self-creativity. Now, Anuket, where you from? Let's just go right there.
Well, I was born in Sierra Leone, West Africa.
Sierra Leone, West Africa.
I was taken from there at the age of 4.
Age of 4?
Yes.
Wow.
and I was taken to England
To England. Okay.
to be reunited with my mother and my father,
Okay.
and that's where I spent most of my life until I realized when I was older that I didn't have to stay there anymore.
Really?
I could move.
You could do what you wanted to do. So
I
you,
could move to anywhere.
and how long have you been in Atlanta?
On and off for about 10 years.
10 years. How do you like it?
The earth is red like the earth in Africa, so I kind of think that before the land broke up, it
Right.
must have been attached to West Africa, so it feels kind of homely.
Yeah, there is a connection with that on the equator line with Atlanta and a particular, I don't know what city it is, but it is right there on the equator. Now, there's so many things I want to talk to you about. There are so many things I want to talk to you about.
But there's so little time.
One thing about this young lady, she gets to the point. That's good. That's great. That's what we need to keep it timely and fashionable. First of
Okay.
all, tell me a little bit about your creativity. Why is that so important to you to create your own jewelry?
Aside from financial aspects, it's just nice to be able to do something that comes to you personally. You can create your own styles, even though other people might use the same jewelry techniques.
Got it?
But what makes it fulfilling is that you can make something that someone thinks, wow, I haven't seen something like that before.
Right.
And you've made it and they wear it. It's like a chain going on,
Sure, sure.
and they may give it to somebody else, like one of their children later on.
Okay.
It's just a way of sharing.
And how
as
long
well.
have you been doing
Jewelry for about, oh gosh, on and off.
That long?
Years. No, seriously, yes. Because I've been making hats as well. Because I crochet.
Okay.
I make hats.
Sure.
Hats is my forte. Other
Really?
people do garments and things, but I make hats.
Hats.
I get influenced and inspired by the material, and sometimes styles just come to me, and I think, oh, that works. So I
So
get
now,
unique things.
why does covering the head give you such passion?
Covering the head.
Well, the hat, it covers the head, so
I'm a hat person. I've always worn hats.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's something in our DNA structure
Yeah.
because a lot of black people, no matter how hot the place
Right.
is, you wear a hat.
Right.
When I was a child, my mother told me to wrap my hair to go to bed. I couldn't stand the pressure of anything on my head, but I always wore hats.
Sure.
I'm wearing a hat now.
Got it.
It's just a hat thing. I'm a hat person.
Well, it's an adornment. It's an adornment of the head, and there are certain elements that have been scripturally given us to keep our energies locked in.
That's true.
So we
That's
do
true.
that out of nature, and those that are conscious of it do it out of purpose.
True.
So
I think some people do it also unconsciously, not knowing what they're doing because it's already programmed in their DNA.
I agree with
Well, these are gold filled. They call gold filled jewelry. It's 14 karat gold filled jewelry, which means that it's a lot. They use about 600